All right, and then the Dallas Cowboys at 10-4 are right now the 2 seed, Barrett.
Yes.
So if the Birds could find a way in at 7 and Dallas stays there, you know what that means.
Well, you
2
know what, man?
versus 7. Welcome back to the show on a Victory Wednesday. That sounds very strange to say, but it is the truth. We'll take it.
It's like it's Mac action or something, right?
Yeah, right. Maction. Yeah. Little Kent State, Northern Illinois last night.
Right.
Yeah. The other game, which I didn't obviously see any of, but I was checking scores as the Eagles game was going on. Man, that was a really slow one at first. It was like 3-3, 3-0, 3-3. Then it was 10-10. And then all of a sudden, the Rams kind of distanced themselves and won the game 20-10.
I hadn't watched 1 minute of it because I hadn't watched the Eagles. That's the only thing that sucks, man.
Yeah, no, it does stink. I could have used a little red zone, a little going, just between the two games, going back and forth.
Right.
But the Rams get another win. So that puts them at 10 wins. Which you look at the top 5 seeds now in the NFC. Green Bay, of course, at 11-3 is in command. And they have Cleveland on Christmas Day.
Right.
They're currently a 7-point favorite at home against the Browns. And the Browns, at least as of now, we're still dealing with a lot of virus issues. So we'll see what happens with that.
That seems a little low, right?
Yeah, I could see why you say that. Yeah, I could see that. I would expect that maybe be up around 9.5.
Right. I mean, you look at the Eagles and the Giants. You said they're at 10.
Yeah.
So I don't see us being that far removed from being the bad team we were 5 or 6 weeks ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I guess that line may indicate that they expect Cleveland to be a lot healthier coming into that game. They absolutely have to win the game. I don't think they will. But Green Bay only is 7. That's good on you, Barrett, for noticing that. It's a little bit of a short line. Yeah, you're learning. You're learning.
Right.
All right, and then the Dallas Cowboys at 10-4 are right now the 2 seed, Barrett.
Yes.
So if the Birds could find a way in at 7 and Dallas stays there, you know what that means.
Well, you
2
know what,
versus 7.
That's
first round of the playoffs.
So they'll play back-to-back weeks.
If it holds form and
Right.
the Eagles jump ahead of Minnesota. Dallas is the 2 seed by virtue of a tiebreaker over Arizona and Tampa Bay. This best win percentage in conference games thing keeps showing up a lot in these tiebreakers.
Yes.
Tampa Bay at 10-4. They win the tiebreaker over Arizona based on strength of victory. Wow, they go deep with these things, aren't they? Like, you need a lawyer to really go through all the tie-breaking situations.
Exactly. You got a geek in the back just going over numbers.
A lawyer and an interpreter.
Yeah.
Really, because it sounds like a foreign language to me. Arizona at 4 now. Boy, they were number 1 not too long ago. They're at 10-4. They win the tiebreaker over the Rams based on best win percentage in division games.
Okay.
And the Rams at 10-4 now, the 5th seed. All alone. And then San Francisco is the 6th seed at 8-6. And of course, they have the tiebreaker over the Eagles on head-to-head. Minnesota at 7-7 is the 7th seed for now, with a tiebreaker over the Eagles on that best win percentage in common games. But mind you, the Eagles have a gift this weekend with Jake from State Farm and the Giants. The Minnesota Vikings host the Rams. The Rams are favored on the road by 2.5 in that game, for what it's worth. So they got a tough game, is my point. And then they have Green Bay on the road next week. Minnesota.
So they have 2 losses. So that'll be 2 losses. So that'll alleviate them. At the most, I think the Eagles will have 1 loss. So who could jump over them to get that spot?
Who could jump the Eagles?
Yeah.
Well, see, they got the Saints with them, but they have the tiebreaker over the Saints on head-to-head. Now, the Saints' schedule, let me pull that up because I have all this stuff somewhere. I've written all this crap down. I got notebooks upon notebooks, Barrett. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I must have put it on one of the other sheets. I got too much goddamn paper.
Well, you know what? It's they have the Dolphins. They'll beat the Dolphins.
Right, on Monday Night Football, they have the Dolphins. Yep. I don't know that they're going to beat the Dolphins. That's not a pushover game. The Dolphins have won 6 straight games.
I'm looking at the Dolphins like I looked at them earlier. No, they're. I mean,
we're looking at Trevor
draft picks. Yeah,
right. This is Trevor Siemian and what's his name? The running quarterback. Yeah, they got Miami, and then they have Carolina. Now Carolina stinks out loud right now, so they probably win that game at home, and then they finish at Atlanta. I mean, they could win that game, but Atlanta could also beat them too. That's not a lock, but I think Miami. We got to root for Miami just to go bury the Saints.
Well, you
put them in the rearview mirror.
You're absolutely right. I bet you the Dolphins are favored in that game. What's the line on that game?
Look at you. I love this. Now, he's looking for lines. He's saying this line looks short. The New Orleans Saints are the standard 3-point favorite at home. The total is very low at 38.5. So, yeah. I would take Miami in that game. I know New Orleans has a good defense, but I'd grab the 3 points on the road.
I'll take Miami, and I'm also going to take the Falcons
this week
when they
when they play New Orleans. When they play New Orleans, look at you. You don't even know what the line's going to be, and you're taking them. I love it.
Well, you look at the Falcons are turning things around a little bit, man.
Yeah, they've got Detroit this week. Can Detroit follow up their big win? They're on the road at Atlanta as a 5.5-point underdog.
I don't think so.
Can they keep it close?
We actually need the Falcons to be invested into this game. So I need the Falcons to beat. I need the Falcons to beat Detroit.
Yeah.
And whoever they have next.
Right.
Let's see what they have next.
They probably have maybe a Tampa Bay. It's probably a division game. It's probably Tampa Bay. But I like your line of thinking. Keep the Falcons interested. Keep them thinking that they got to play all the way through the end and try to beat the Saints.
Oh, that's pretty tough. They got to beat the Lions, but then they have to play the Bills.
Oh, the Bills.
The Bills have been sucking, though.
Yeah, but they're much more talented than Atlanta.
Right.
Yeah.
We want to have them totally invested.
All right, now Mama Brooks is in the house.
Good morning, Mom.
She's saying, wishing everybody a best holiday and saying hello to me. So hello, Miss Mama Brooks. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Now, I'm looking at the stream here. You see a lot of guys coming in here. Let me see this boom bap. Here we go. Wait a second. He said, here we go. Boom bap at 11:30 says, y'all falling for the banana in the tailpipe as usual with this Hurts praise. Y'all never learn. Okay, I find this fascinating. Now, I don't know if he's talking to you and me or the other stream people or whoever, but it doesn't matter. So, in other words, we can't praise the quarterback for having a good game. That means we're falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Right. I'm not making any, determinations of Jalen Hurts beyond this week, rather than beyond this year. I'm just saying he had a great game.
Right.
Okay, that's it.
Give credit where credit's due.
Exactly. I'm not.
When he had a bad game, we smashed him.
Right. I'm not saying he's a franchise quarterback necessarily yet. I was encouraged by what I saw last night. That's all.
Absolutely.
Why does everybody have to run with this stuff?
Everybody does. Well, it's our fan base because we love them when they're doing well. We crush them when they're doing bad.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We're the extremes as a fan base. We're never satisfied, and that's what it is. I was in towns where I played ball that it didn't matter if win, lose, or draw. They still love, like the Steelers, win, lose, or draw. They love you. They're not gonna talk bad about you. You go to Green Bay, win, lose, or draw. They're not gonna talk bad about you. You go to the grocery store, hey, you'll get them next time. The fans like all that. Man, I played here in Philly. How the hell y'all lose to such? Y'all better get it together. I'm paying your salary because I buy season tickets. So, dog, it's a different type of fan base that we deal with here in Philadelphia. Way different, man. Like I said, I played for different. I played with a fan base that just didn't care about football, period, with the Detroit Lions.
Well, I like the fans that come out. You might notice them as a new name on the stream, and we love all the streamers, and we appreciate the follows and the subscriptions and the likes and everything. But it's like you haven't seen this guy at all yet all season. So he's been laying in the weeds, right? Listening to us maybe criticize this guy or criticize the coach for the X, Y, and Z. And then all of a sudden, they both have really good games. And then this guy, boom, here he comes out of the weeds. See, y'all hating on Sirianni and Hurts, man. I told you they were going to the bowl. Like all that crap. Like, I love that stuff.
Come on, man. I mean, just like even look at William Burney, them boys.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to hit them boys. Like I said, I predicted this 3 weeks ago. Yeah. 3 weeks ago. The Eagles are going to beat Dallas.
You've been saying that for, I think, more than 3 weeks.
Yes. Probably 6.
I tell you, it better happen.
They are built well to beat Dallas.
It better happen, Barrett, or they're going to come raining down on you.
I know it, and I accept all responsibility for it, too. Because I can see them. I'm telling you, because it ain't even at full strength, we see the inefficiencies at the quarterback position. Say what you want to say.
Yeah.
And Dak, I like Dak. But Dak is really, really human now. He's not playing at the level he was.
He doesn't look the same like he did.
He doesn't. That shoulder's still bothering him.
Yeah.
It's still bothering him. So he's dinking and dunking. He's not going down the field. He's not trusting his offensive line. That's a major difference. And by the way, Zeke hasn't been healthy.
Nope.
But it'll be just our luck when he does come back. It'll be back against, Dallas, but against the Eagles. But I mean, I see some holes. And by the way, yes, Michael Parsons is an unbelievable talent at the linebacker position. But when you put a hat on him, 360 pounds coming off and hitting him in the mouth, he gets human real quick. You never see him in them goal line situation making plays. You see him making plays from 20 to 20.
Right.
He don't make them plays when he gets in the goal line, when they start running the ball, putting the hat on him. Then he becomes very, very human there. Just watch the film. That's all I'm saying is watch the film. I love him. I wanted the Eagles to pick him up. But I understand, what his kryptonite is, and that's what the Eagles do best is run the rock. That team cannot stop people from running the rock.
Yeah.
It's just they score so fast that they get you down that you have to pass the ball. And that's when Diggs becomes a player. That's when Parsons gets to rush the passer. He becomes a player. But when you hit them in the mouth running downhill on them, they become very, very human. And they're not them boys no more. They start being just them guys. You know what I'm saying? That's what they become, them guys.
Now, I know you weren't. Now, do you get to listen to the broadcast too, or do you just watch it?
I listen too. I listen also, yeah.
Your thoughts on Mr. Mark Sanchez's work last night?
Why am I just working for ESPN? Why am I not doing games?
Yeah.
NFL games. I mean, seriously, I really think that all you got to do is go look at a couple of my college games. You can see I break down plays. I see things and I see, patterns happen. So I'm able to see, what's going on. He talking about stuff he had no business talking about. Like, what are you talking about? Break down the game. I've
heard him do other games this season, where I thought he did a decent job. I couldn't stand him as a quarterback, but I was starting to come around. Yeah, he seems to be, finding his way, and he's doing a good job. I think last night, since he had familiarity with both organizations, it kind of changed the way he looked at the game. And I thought he was trying to sort of overdo it and pander a little bit to the Philadelphia fan base. I really believe that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It never pays to pander.
Well, because it's two sides to every coin. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a double-sided same coin, it's still two sides to that coin.
Right.
And he was a little too giddy on his playing days and not necessarily on the game that he was talking about.
Right.
And it's easy to get caught up like that, but you gotta break down the game, what's going on. Like, I truly believe that people that watch Eagles football are a lot more knowledgeable than most fans. They go back and watch the replays, NFL replays and all that stuff from the all 22, and they're invested in it. So if you could you could just, you could really have a logical conversation with a Philly fan because they watch football. They want to be at the water cooler at work and say exactly what they saw. And I find that a lot of people try to get confirmation on what they saw by watching the post-game show with me and Seth. Because if we're saying the same thing, I'll get people on social media say, hey, I was thinking the same thing. I said the same thing. And they try to correlate what we're seeing with what they're seeing. And that's great as a fan base, that we do that. So if you go in with that type of mentality, understand that these fans know they're going to want to know what you're breaking down, what you see. Like like on Jalen Hurts checking to that screen pass to Jalen Rager. He saw something in the box. Ray Gore.
Yeah.
He saw a box. He saw a heavy box. If you look, the safety was inside the box. It was 7 guys inside the box. Out on the outside, it was a lot less people. So he gets it out to Rager, gives him a little confidence, number one.
Yeah.
But ended up being a big play, number 2.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just math.
Like that. Yeah.
It's just math. You're like, all right, we got 3 guys over here. They got 1.5. Let's go over there.
Exactly.
They're not going to be able to block this up. We're going to be able to block them.
Exactly.
The other play that I thought was pretty cool was one of the sneak plays that when Jalen scored down by the goal line. They had 4 wide receivers to the right side in like a bunch formation. And then they had Devontae Smith right off, like almost playing like a wing, right off the left tackle. Did you see it? Right next to Mailata. And then Jalen Hurts just took the ball and went right behind the left guard, I think, and scored the touchdown. But it gave the defense, like, where are they going? Like, what are they? I've never seen this before.
Well, they gave the illusion of if they want to run sprint right option with Jalen, not Jalen, but with Smith on that play, Devontae Smith, that they
to
could
the
just
left
run
side.
Yeah,
right. Okay.
Well, sprint left option. But
okay.
then on the bunch, there's like a diamond bunch on that side. You could do the same thing. You can run a crossing pattern. You can run an out pattern, and then you can run a stop pattern right there in the middle. And you got to defend that also. But then he just tucks in behind, the big left tackle, and he takes him to the promised land.
Yeah.
That's what you do. I mean, and I tell you what, that offensive line came to play. They were root hogs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, for the majority of the game on those QB sneaks.
Did you see the other side of it from the goal line camera or the end zone camera?
Yes.
Where they saw all of a sudden you see it was Allen coming in for the Washington trying to make a play on Hurts, and then you see Allen just getting totally blown up, and it was Mailata. Mailata just came in and just bulldozed.
Right, he rolled right over him, didn't he? Rolled right.
Oh, he did,
over
did he?
And he almost flipped on.
I know.
Mailata almost flipped on the top of him, man. That's that big hard nosed neck roll football, man, that I love, man. I can watch that all day.
Yeah, crazy.
It's enjoyable now to watch the Eagles play because of the run plays.
Yeah, it is, because you start to really get caught up in watching the offensive line and making big blocks, pancaking guys, and getting out on into the second, third level and leading guys down the sideline. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, man,
it is fun. It is.
I love it. At the end of the day, man, I'm loving the fact that this team has an identity now. They were wandering around as a bunch of hapless football players, just a team full of guys that just run plays out there. Now there is a rhyme to their method of operations, the mode of operations. They have that now. They have an identity. They're not just going out there and just being some slappies, just trying to throw something against the wall and hope it sticks.
All right.
They know now they're going to run the rock, man.
Now, what is your Barrett tone going to be for this week?
Well, I'm not going to do a breakdown on plays. I'm going to do it on
You're not going to do that Kelsey play?
No, well, see, my boy didn't have his computer right now. His computer's in the shop, so it's shut down. So I gotta give something that have the great graphics and stuff on it. I gotta go in and almost. It's not really mundane because I'm gonna talk about how this team is finally starting to be a team. Like Jalen Hurts, taking the reins and becoming the leader of this team. Dallas Goedert stepping into his stepping into this team, being a leader on this team, number one, but an offensive weapon, number two. And he understands that he has to play well for his team to play well. The offensive line, next man up, how they've got guys that just come in there and don't miss a beat with what they do and what their true identity is. It's going to be something like that, And then, you have guys that, like in the run game. Yes, Sanders the last 2 games have had over 100 yards. Or had over 120 yards the last 2 games.
Yeah.
But it's still running back by committee. Howard comes in and tenderizes that defense a little bit.
I like that.
Then Miles Sanders comes in and just breaks one. Everybody is taking their role and really, advancing in their role as playmakers.
Yeah, I liked how they rolled Jordan Howard in there in the second half.
Yeah.
It's just sort of like this guy's coming in fresh.
Yep. And you're already tired from chasing Sanders around all day. And then he comes in, just power football. Bam. But I didn't like this, though. I didn't like that they had him turning his shoulders to the sideline and running these sweeps on the outside. He's not that type of back.
Howard.
He doesn't have the speed. Yeah, he doesn't have the speed to be that type of back. You lead those to Miles Sanders. You just hand the ball off to Howard. You run power, you run trap, you run inside zone, just right up the middle. He's not trying to deviate anywhere past, where his line of direction is going to be. He's running straight downhill. Whether the lineman is there or not, he's going to run through that hole. And that's what they should have him doing. Forget all that running to the sideline stuff. Just run him straight north and south.
All right. Now, Lou D on the stream says that he hasn't hit the like button yet because of that mustache. See, I trimmed it today. It's less. I used a little trimmer on it today and shaved it up.
I was surprised you still.
I got a haircut yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised you still have it on because the wife doesn't like it, right?
Well, she's going to learn to like it. Because I like it.
You like it, huh?
Yep. She's going to learn to like it.
I hear you.
Yeah.
And then when I used to say, I hear you.
Yeah. And then when the first time she says, that mustache doesn't look too bad. I'm learning to like it. Ah-da-da. That's what I'll say. That'll be my response. Now, I saw Barkan do that to you last night.
Right. Well, it's funny you said that because I was sitting there and Seth was talking as usual. Yeah. Seth was talking. And I'm trying to get but I'm way on the other side of the studio. So I'm like raising my hand.
Right.
I'm all like this, getting producers. Right. I'm trying to get the producers to see me. You know what I'm saying? So Mike finally sees me. And he winks at me and tells me he's going to come to me, right? But when he comes to me, he gives me some total opposite of what I was going to talk about. I want to talk about what Seth was talking about.
He went off top. He went to a different topic, right? When you're loaded up to go battle Seth, that's a bad job.
Exactly.
He's the quarterback, man. He's got to set you up.
So he hit it, but then I hit that topic, spoke on that topic. Then I still spun it around to what I want to talk about in the run game, and I hit it perfectly. And he saw it at first. I was like, because when he first said it, he said it to me. He said, I did like this. And then I went on and hit it. And once I hit it, then went to that subject, I pulled it all in. Just, I switched it around and took exactly where I wanted it. And then that's when he hit it with, I was like, nice. It could have been more perfect in which you used it. That was great because you understood that I was a little pissed off because you didn't put me where I was supposed to be. But then I got there, and you saw that I got there, and then you hit me with the
I texted you right away. I'm like, oh, my God, Barkan with an Now, the one thing we got to get before the end of the season, Ray Diddy to do an
You know what?
That would be
amazing.
Phenomenal. Yes. The internet would explode.
You know what? Diddy, he was so into his notes this last game.
He was.
They had to pull him out. If you notice, Barkan had to keep going to him.
He's looking down the whole time and writing. I'm like, dude, the game's over. What are you doing?
He's going over everything in his head, man. It's going. His mind is just going, man. And you have to, and in order to get him on, you got to go to him first before you go to Seth, because Seth will take the rest of the time.
Right.
So you got to go straight to Diddy first.
I'm noticing a theme here today.
Right.
Like
that's my dog, man.
Once Seth gets going, man, it's like, are we up against a commercial break? Because he's going to continue to go.
I do it. I hear it all the time. I hear Mike. Hey, Mike. Hey, we're going to break. Going to break. Yeah, we got to go to break. Mike, Mike, we got to go to break, Mike.
Yep. There we go. Oh man, I'll tell you, that is funny. When I saw that last night, I stayed up late. I like this 7 o'clock start on the evening games.
Oh, you do?
Oh yeah.
Well, it's not so bad. Like I got home at 11:30, 12 o'clock.
That's not bad, right?
Not bad at all. So I got back, and actually, when I finally laid down and went to sleep, I went straight to sleep. So it worked out perfectly, man.
Mm-hmm.
Perfectly.
Yeah.
Walked in, went straight to bed, man. Went to sleep. Usually I'm up and I'm still wired up from the game. I wasn't wired up this game.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the expectation that we were going to win was already there. So I'm like, all right, we won. We were supposed to do that.
Right.
This is supposed to be a win. And that's why you didn't see a lot of excitement
mm-hmm.
in those players when they came off the field.
Yeah.
Like they saw against the Jets.
Right.
They knew they were supposed to win. They knew they were supposed to beat this Washington team. Same thing's going to happen this week. They know they're supposed to be. And plus, this is a vendetta game. They owed the Giants.
Right.
The Giants were talking all mad stuff about them too. You know what I mean? They
revenge.
Talking crazy to them. It's going to be definitely a revenge game this weekend for sure.
All right, now a lot of folks on the stream, maybe Xander can get on this. They want an shirt.
That would be perfect.
We need to get Barrett a shirt with the saying. Says
let's
Kevin
go, Shan. Xander, let's go. Xander, let's go.
Now,
I'm hitting him in the chat.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, now that didn't go well for you with the stateside vodka request though, because you're still empty.
I'm still sober.
Yeah. Boom Bap says Harry's looking like a player from the old Emmanuel flicks that came out on Prism late night back in the day.
What's that?
Emmanuel? Yeah, you got to look it up. It's old school. And if you didn't have the subscription to Prism, you'd get like the squiggly lines and the static, but you could kind of see some of it, back in the day.
Yep. Yeah. Let me see. Hold on, let me see.
The rest of the stream knows what he's talking about. All right, we got Nick Kale coming up from Nashville. He's a huge Jalen Hurts guy, and he's going to be one of these I told you so guys today. I can feel it because he was a big fan of Jalen Hurts at Alabama, at Oklahoma. And he's been watching this from afar with really no, horse in the race, so to speak. But he wants to come on and talk Jalen Hurts. So we'll do that when we come back. In the meantime, smash that like button. We got a lot of people watching, not enough likes here. That helps move the needle forward.
Oh.
The subscriptions are up over, 9,200? We want to get that to 10,000 here before the end of the year. Oh, what'd you do? Did you go to Emmanuel? Is that what? Oh, okay. All right. All right, so it makes sense. Okay, we'll be back in 3.